I'm going to talk through goals, particularly your first go live goal on the CIMcloud platform, and what we've seen uh, through many customers going through this process. One is just the general strategy. So it's important that you pick your first go live goal. Keep in mind the scope of software that you have with CIMcloud and what you need to go live with are two different things. So you can implement a subset of the software that you have, still continue to work on in parallel or in series other software features that you don't go live with, and basically go live and start getting return on investment. I personally am a fan of going after a smaller goal and getting it out the door quicker, but some people want to mow the whole field down when they're going live. The key is that you have to pick a strategy. I believe it's either strategy 1 or strategy 2 on this board and not strategy 3. So if you find yourself in strategy 3, where you picked a harder goal and you're choking on the implementation work, then you can either pick up more capacity through an implementation partner or lower the goal. I would advocate that the first thing you do, you might want to do both, is consider lowering the goal. So I'm going to go through a demo here of some different some different things that you can do in work versus result. So a few of these is if you have a B2B application, it's net new, you're net new to e-commerce or a B2B portal, there's lots of options here. If you're doing a retail style implementation or replacing an existing successful platform, you may have less options, but you likely have more capacity or a bigger head start to get down the road on your implementation project. So you might have more skills in-house because you've already done it before. You can also do a dual go live if you're replacing a platform and get pieces out the door, and then in subsequent projects or steps, phases, work on the rest of it. But basically what I'm going to do is talk you through one good strategy is you can consider rolling out a subset of the platform. There's separate articles that go through the concept of our feature settings management system and how you can turn features on and off by users or globally on the site. So I'm going to walk you through, basically, I'm going to show you on the same site how you can, just through the use of customer groups, you can set up the tracking portal, pay invoices online, raw order entry, or full rich product catalog. So let me walk you through the steps. Rich order entry is just doing some extra calculations on top of the raw order entry, like shipping and tax calculations and things like that. So I'm going to kick over. I'm in the worker portal right now. I'm logged in as a worker, and I'm on an account detail page. And this is just a dummy demo site. 1989 distribution is just a made up company. And basically what we've done is set up 4 users. We just generically named them tier 1A through 1D. But this is basically part of the base platform, is our pricing tier 1, which is the small business edition. These things are all available in all editions of the CIMcloud software. 1A, 1B, and 1C are just a subset of what's included in the base platform. 1D is actually basically got everything turned on and implemented. The key here is there is more work and content work and implementation work that needs to be done to go live. So if you look at what's going on below the hood, I'll show you that. I'll loop back at that on the end. But real quick, or actually, I'll show you that right now. Effectively, there's customer groups. There's one group tied to each one of these customers. And this basically, if you haven't seen the settings content, you can go through the feature settings and see an overview of how this works. But basically, we've just got in 1A, we've got the tracking portal turned on. 1B, we've got that plus pay invoices. 1C, we've got that plus the raw product catalog. And 1D, we've got the full feature set, including the rich product catalog. So I'm going to go through logging in. I'm just using the login impersonation tool that comes with the base platform. So this first one, tier 1A, this is basically, I am now logging in and simulating a user where your platform, you just have the tracking portal turned on. So you can see what's in here is basically just all your order, shipment, invoice, AR data, your payment and credit data, and basically a way for them to request help and manage their account. So this is great for B2B applications where you've got customers that are placing orders and want to track the orders, they're placing orders through any channel and they want to just have a tracking portal to see what's going on. So things like this. Just for an example, I can see all my orders. I can drill into any specific order and see the details of it. If I go back here, let me see a completed order. I can see on a completed order the invoices that have gone on with this. And if you have shipment tracking data, the shipment tracking data shows up. I can link through, see my invoices. I can go straight into invoices, see things like a statement and all the details of my open invoices. This is all demo data, but that's basically what you're seeing here is the tracking portal, which can address a bunch of questions that your customers are calling, phoning, emailing in, and asking your customer service reps. Hey, did I make this payment? What did I apply it to? How much is my open balance? Can you resend me these invoices? Did the shipment track? What's the tracking number? That can all be addressed by this. So there's some solid wins just getting the tracking portal out. And again, all this data is syncing from your ERP system, and you can get this up quickly. If I go back, I'm leaving an impersonation. It does open a new tab. Now, this is basically 1B was, again, just the tracking portal plus pay invoices. So this is the exact same thing, but I've now got, so let me go impersonate that login. This is the exact same thing you were just seeing, except now there's an extra link here for pay invoices. So it's all the same stuff we were looking at. Except now if the user goes in, they can see their open invoices, checkbox them. They can enter a subset amount if they wanted to. And basically it totals everything up. They can enter credit card or ACH info depending on what they set up, make the payment, and the cash receipts will sync into the ERP system. So you can get collections related activity going with that option. So again, tracking plus invoice payments. 1C, now I'm introducing order entry and a raw product catalog. The reason we have an option for the raw product catalog, you can see what's happening now is all the order shipment data that you saw before is now part. You got to scroll down to get to it. What we've introduced is new sections, and this is all matched up in the navigation of shopping. So we've introduced a catalog and then ordering, basically being able to go through the cart checkout and place orders, save carts, things like that. One notable here is the shopping. Basically what we've done is turned off all of the rich data for shopping. So you're basically seeing raw product names and SKUs. So this is a workable option if you have customers that basically know your product data or SKUs. And as you go through the different SKUs that sync over, they can also see their order history right within that. And if they drill in, so they can see a basic order info that's all synced from the ERP. So you can see there's no product images, there's no extended descriptions, there's no other rich data or features on the catalog. There's a bunch of stuff like that exists in the platform. It's just all turned off, so you don't have to worry about implementing it. But it's still workable for them to see products if they basically know your products or SKUs. So this, if you have customers that are already sending you orders via email or have their own style order forms or just calling in and giving you SKUs, this is a workable option for order entry. They can still add stuff to the shopping cart and then basically go through the checkout process and place an order. So the whole order entry system is here. We just call this raw catalog with the checkout process. If you then go to, and just coming back here, by the way, what I just showed you was a tracking portal. That was 1A. Pay invoices was 1B. We added that on top of the tracking portal. And then I've just showed you raw order entry. The rich order entry is exactly the same thing. It's the raw catalog, but there's extra calculations and setup you can do on tax and shipping calcs typically. Now I'm going to show you this next one, which is rich product catalog. So coming back here, let me go back to tier 1D, and I'm going to go just impersonate a login here. This is showing you the exact same site, and now basically you're seeing all the same links, but when you get behind the shopping link, you're going to see that you now have the rich catalog features turned on. So I've got product categories and the ability to nest categories. I've got images. I've got the ability to do parent-child products and various different styles of parent-child products that can be configured. So there's extra product data. So this particular one is an add row view where I could do more rapid order entry as I'm going through this process and add all those to the cart at the same time. So that the rich product catalog, again, is just more work because you're doing images, you're doing extended descriptions, and potentially parent-child products. You may be doing document downloads. Let's see if I can find one here. All right, I just flipped over to a product. This one's a good example of more rich data where you got description data, you've got related products that you've configured, you've got images, you've got additional images that they can scroll through and see all the additional images on. There's document downloads. Those don't happen to be here on the demo site, but document downloads that you can configure like tech drawings or MSDS sheets that can be downloadable. So that's just a bunch of additional prep data that is great reference data, but is not necessary if you're trying to go live quicker, particularly if you're in a B2B environment. So the key thing here, just to recap, when you're determining go live goals, going back to this, just recognize that you can deploy a subset of the features using the feature setting system. You can still work on it. So a good way to do it is you can apply the core features to the overall application or your customer site and get those out the door like a tracking portal. And then you can apply additional features to specific users and work on the content and data that's only going to show up for those users and use that for testing. And then when you're ready, you can then turn those features on the overall application, which effectively is publishing them or going live with the features. So it's a great way to do a progressive rollout and get to a go live state faster. And the same thing could be done with add-on bundles. If you've got a bunch of add-on bundles or features, you can consider what phase you want with those features. So in general, we recommend thinking big, but starting small and basically going after the minimum viable you need to go live and get it out the door faster, start working on getting customer adoption, and then in parallel implement more features and turn those on as you go. It's a great way to get return on investment and move that quicker in your timeline as you're implementing the CIMcloud platform.